sounds like, yeah, the energy invention is the first step, but your real goal is to create a sustainable planet long term.
Yeah, and to create that domino effect.
Right.
Because don't forget, as I'm talking about all these things in a negative way, there's a positive thing. All these jobs. And think about it. When you install something new, you have to maintain the old. So guess what? Well, all these things are being implemented. All the old infrastructure has to be maintained until the new infrastructure is done. You're actually going to create, I believe, almost full employment around the world for about 15, 20 years. And then guess what? Then the amount of labor is reduced tremendously. But you know, if you got, then that's up to you guys. See, I'll be dead. You know, that's up to you guys what your priorities are and what your stuff is. Maybe a worldwide space program set up where the whole world comes together instead of Elon Musk and his family went off to Mars. We can all figure out how to create a propulsion system that works, create maybe plasma energy, magnetic drive, and create something that would be a sustainable energy sources and a future for the space program. Maybe, guess what? Farms, vertical farms in all the major cities around the world to help feed agriculture instead of chopping down the rainforest in South America, the Amazon rainforest, which is, by the way, the filter to our world, which is making climate change horrible. But I can tell you this, climate change is terrible for our planet, as you've been talked about. But you know what would be worse? To run out of oil. That would make climate change seem mild. Now, all you got to do is imagine 8 billion people without transportation fuels.
I mean, that's also like, think about all the food we eat at restaurants or at grocery stores.
Oh, agriculture.
Agriculture. Everything is just the whole society.
Run out of energy.
And so
energy is the basis for a sustainable planet. If we run out of energy, this world will destroy itself. Climate change may do it anyway, but if it doesn't, running out of oil will be the destruction of mankind, I guarantee it.
So John, as we wrap this thing up, I think it's pretty obvious right now, number one, that there's a huge problem. You know, if we don't make a change, if we don't make a shift, we won't have a world to live in. You know, that's obvious. And number two is, it sounds like you do truly have the answer to that, at least the first step.
I have the prototype, and I've got everything laid out, and I've got, I'll tell you, I got notes all over it with lamination that when they review it, and within 1 hour, any engineer with his weight in anything will validate the power projections. That's how clearly this is done. There is no technical issues I have whatsoever, none whatsoever. It's been worked on that long, 11 years, 3 years of intense work even after the thing laid out, prototype laid out. It's so easily validated that, my God, one of you guys could do it if you just knew a little bit, okay? Probably this guy over here could do it because he keeps shaking his head yes in the corner. But it's that far done. I need you guys. This is this next step.
What's the next step?
For you, for every one of these people, for as much people as I can get in front of as quickly as possible to have these types of discussions. And for, I'm going to be on Voice America, which is a large internet radio station, in the next week or so. You guys, this webinar will be released. But the biggest thing, and everybody knows that millennials talk to each other, you know, and I've never been able to get through to none of y'all. But Luke does, and Mike does, and I've got a feeling the rest of you can get through to people. You know, this truly, you say, what can I do about this? You guys it could be the beginning of a movement. You know, it's just you guys, what else you got to do? You know? No, I'm serious. I mean, go to school or whatever, but what else do you got? Do you have a passion for something? What? Okay, how about the rest of you? Do you think this is worthwhile for a passion? Do you believe me? Do you have faith that I'm telling the truth? Well, you know, then it's really that, this is that serious. And I know because you can't see it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if you can't see something, is it real? Well, this is real. I haven't exaggerated anything. If anything, I've downplayed the potential for problems in this world coming up here, which you all see it anyway. I mean, you can see our world's in chaos. I mean, I need all of you to step up and really step up. And I mean, you know, you go about your daily job, but whenever you can, you talk to someone about this. You point them to this webinar. You show them what's going on. You tell them you believe it's real. And hopefully, I know this is a small group, but that's how things start. And I know that he's going to do his best, and Mike's going to do his best. You know they know a lot of people. But, you know, I need this lady to step up because you're a different generation. He's a different generation. He thinks it's important for his grandkids. I think you think it's important. I need him to because he looks like a rough blue-collar guy that could scare people into to believe in this. You know, all of you, you know, build your world. This is your future. This is not my future. Believe it or not, out of all this passion I got and everything, I ain't got that long on this planet. I don't. And neither is Virgil's 70. You know, if people live to be 80, you go, whoa, he lived a long life. I mean, this is not about us two. It may not even be so much about her. It's about all of you. And I'll give it to you. You understand? I don't want it. I truly want to give it to you all. But you all need to deserve to earn it in such a way at least to step up. You understand?